Hello. Today, we're going to take a look at how to use IT data analytics and set up a notification using a saved search. Let's get started. You can see that I've logged into my IT data analytics or ITDA console with an administrative privilege. To work with notifications, we're going to go to the Administration tab, and there we can see that there is a Notification tab as well. Notifications are based on saved searches. So you will have needed to use ITDA a little bit, get data coming in, perform some searches, and ideally save off a search that is important to your environment. Here we can see the saved searches that I have. Many of these have been loaded by the ITDA content packs. But this is the one that I have here where I'm concerned with Apache 200 errors happening on my ITDA server. So if we go back to administration, go back to notifications, we're simply going to click the green plus button to add a notification. And we get a nice dialog box letting us configure this. I'm going to call this ITDA server Apache 200 errors. And I like to include a description as well because it comes up in different places. And we have different options. We can send either an alert or a report. In this case, we're going to send an alert. And then you have to select your saved search. You hit this, a list comes up immediately, and we know that we looked ahead of time and we know that we're looking for a saved search that has to do with ITDA. So that's a way of narrowing down all the saved searches that we have. Then we want to pick how many results do we need? How many times does this need to occur within a certain period of time before we trigger this alert? And I'm going to set this pretty low to 20 results. I can add an additional saved search if I want to make this somewhat more complex. So if, we can make it so that multiple things have to meet a certain criteria before the alert is triggered. But in this case, we're going to keep it fairly simple. We're going to schedule this to check every 10 minutes. And the search duration, we're going to have it look back over the last 24 hours. We can assign it to an application if we want. And then we can pick our notification definition. So we have several things that we can do. In my environment, which is fairly limited, it's a small lab environment, I can run a script, and this script can be a command line level script that can run, and there's very good documentation about how to do that. And you can execute certain actions based on things that you've discovered. And these scripts obviously can be very complex. In our particular instance, we're going to notify to a BPPM cell, and I'd also like to send it to, if I wanted to, I could also send it to an additional TrueSight cell that I have. There's a default template, right? So this template defines how the notification will arrive. And when it arrives, this is what it will look like. These are variables, obviously, and again, there's very good detailed documentation about precisely what variables can be included, what the format can look like, or all those types of things. If I wanted to create a new template, I could simply hit create, and I could define this notification to look any way I wanted and to include whatever relevant information was useful to me. I can identify when the event arrives, what level of severity will it have. It can be any of these choices here. I'm going to leave it critical. And once I'm happy with all my settings here, I can go ahead and hit create. If it's successful, we'll see that the notification was created successfully. And we can close that. Now, when this executes, what we will see is in our TrueSight presentation server or in our TrueSight infrastructure management server, we will see an event arrive that is clearly defined as coming from ITDA, and it will have all the criteria that we specified here in this notification. It's very simple. That's all there is to do it, and thank you for watching.